Hello, welcome to part 3 of the Buggy build. Part 1, I messed that up. Oh, that... I got rid of the block I needed. It's supposed to look like that. Okay, part 1. I made sure that the steering would work how I was planning it. And it does. Because I wanted... Oh, that's... okay. Because I wanted it to, be all-wheel drive with A-arms and proper axles. So I needed to make sure I could get the front end working right. And it works. So then I did the back. And then, well, part 2, I did the back. And, backwards. And then a little bit of the chassis. So now, I am going to finish... Stop flashing. I'm gonna finish the chassis and all that. And then eventually I would like to... Why is that so different? Doesn't need to be there. Eventually I want to put a drive shaft through the middle and connect them. But then it will be fully locked with spooled differentials. So the handling's gonna be really bad. But, I'm going to put this here, because for now. Unfortunately, it is quite laggy. As I mentioned before, this thing is nowhere near as laggy as that. This thing pretty much doesn't lag. There's a lot going on. Like, a lot. And this is just collision. Because of collision. How many bearings does this have? 60. Bearings does this have? 58. So yeah. The issue with this is just all the collision from the U-joints and stuff. I could probably drop the lag a bit, but by making different arms and whatnot. Whatever. Okay, so now I want to put in, well, the engine. Gonna have to be fairly high in this version, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to put in a V8. But I'm not too worried about that at the moment, because I want to finish chassis first. It's across for now. I should put this on the lift so it stops lagging. Oops. Bring this up. Go. I believe the other one was different right here. Like here. but it needs to go in anyways. So I'm not too worried about it. Go. Bring this across. I'll need to change that before putting engine in. But it's fine for now. Okay, so bring this back. Like so. I'm just gonna leave that open for now. And then I'm going to tie it into here. This. Hopefully they'll get in the way. There'd be another arm. Possibly. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to just bring this forward, like so. Then these there. Yeah. That there, except I wanted that. And that. I'm going to back here. There. And see which ones fit. Probably two of those. Okay. Just kind of leave this for now. I just want to drive it. You know, I need that in still so I can see where to put it. That goes there. The engine's gonna be really high. I don't like that. Okay, well, let's get the engine stuff out. See how big of one I can fit. Where it has to go, and all that wonderful stuff. Engines. That, and that, and that, and that. Okay, so it needs that'll be the oil pan. Yeah, the engine's gonna be really high up in this, unfortunately. That's gonna hurt the stability quite a bit. We'll figure something out eventually, but I want to reduce as much lag as I can. Because in real life, what you could do is put in the engine nice and low, and then use a transfer case back to the back, and then put the front drive shaft to the side. Man, this is really high up. It's gonna need a drop box and... I'm not quite liking this part. Don't fall off. Okay. So... I don't even know if I can put a diff in here. I have enough room. Should. But I want it to be all-wheel drive. So, engine's going there. It's not too bad, but it's still quite high. Let's see here. I can get rid of these parts now. Pipes again. Oh, that works out well. Go. Do the same on this side. Go. Okay, so I also want to put bar across here. There we go. Okay. That is way too high. Got the oil pan. And that is why that needs to be so high. Also in real life, or in this if it wasn't a case of lag, you could put the drive shaft along here and then just use U-joints to bring it up the diff. Or something like that. But whatever. Engine's just going to be naturally aspirated, just to keep it simple. I want to drive it, so that goes that way. Steering should still be right. I'm going to add steering to here. It's for the extra strength. Egg. Yeah, there we go. A good example why you need diffs in cars or vehicles is that. If it was a spool for open-ish diffs or LSDs or whatever, as if that was a spool, they wouldn't be able to turn separately, and your handling would be garbage. Rear suspension needs to be a bit stiffer. And I'm just surprised it works. It's quite low, but it's an all-wheel drive buggy with axles, proper axles. I don't like the front hubs. I'd like to change that, but I kind of can't. Just because how I have to attach the wheels and the piston joints and stuff. I am going to try something really quick, so I need Spring, who is messaging me. Okay. And I forgot the wheel. Adding more bearings. Should attach to the springs and the bearings. So I'm hoping it will. If it doesn't, it'll either... Okay, it at least attached to the springs. I mean the bearings. And awesome. Okay. I did that just so it was a little stronger. Before, when I was wiggling the wheels back and forth, I could see them coming off of the hub. So now that's fixed. Might be able to go a little bit faster. Don't want to push it. I think it has a little bit of a suspension glitch. Ow, it's been a ton. But other than that, and here you can tell from the turning and whatnot, these are now different. So that's why you use differentials. Gears and stuff inside them. I don't really feel like explaining it at the moment, or else I would. Okay, that still works okay. I can't tell if it's being a little weird because of the bumps or because of the U-joints hitting the arms. Suspension could be a bit softer. Need to tune it, whatnot. Add some bump stops. But, as I said before, This is just a proof of concept. I wanted to make sure this would work before I really went into it. Yep, screen glitch. And as you can see, it works. Yeah, that is too fast. It can't burn at that speed. I just wish it wasn't so laggy. So yeah, I'm gonna get back down there and end this part. I'm gonna stop working on this for a little while because it's been like an hour and a half of just this. It's driving me crazy. Not sure if I'll do updates on this, work on it off camera and do updates on it, or just do all the work on this on camera. But yeah. Don't remember what plates I use. I guess. There are 2 sets of them. It's those ones. And then there are these ones. I'm going to fix this really quick and then end this part. Oops. Hopefully I didn't delete anything important. Go. I need to figure out a better way for the springs too. But that will come eventually. So yeah, I hope you're liking this build so far. It's definitely different. Any tips, let me know. Any questions, feel free to ask. And you'll see some more of it eventually. But until then, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.